Hello, welcome to our garden. It's not much of a garden yet, but we're getting somewhere. So I'm just gonna start with a tour of what we have going on so far, and yeah, I hope that you'll join us on our journey throughout the growing season to make our current home beautiful. So this is a focal point that I was gonna kind of work around. I know it kind of looks a little weak right now, but I was thinking about like putting some more decorations and like some container plants and stuff around it. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe even some sunflowers, but I'm not sure if we'll get enough sun right here. Seems like every day we've been getting more and more sun. So maybe like some big sunflowers on either side and then some containers in front of it with other flowers. But yeah, I just got this flower thing. It's a candle holder. I got that from Goodwill. And this beautiful bird bath. It's really heavy. What's up, baby? I have her on my back. Say hi. Say hi. She's my gardening helper. I got this really beautiful metal bird bath on the curb. So yeah, it's getting a new second chance at life. So right here I just kind of raked it out and I put a cut flower mix. You can see the little pack right here. It's probably going to be a lot of weeds. I kind of have given myself a nickname, the world's laziest gardener. I will literally take some random seeds and throw them in some random soil in a random location and call it gardening. So you'll see more of that. This is another area. I need to get like some type of marker, but I had just put a wildflower mix pack of seeds, like 2 packs in each part. So I wanted to get something like put some sticks or some bricks or something around it. When we moved into this house, there is like literally nothing in this yard other than something I'm going to show you. But yeah, it's just an empty blank slate. So then over here, I just bring this trellis outside because I'm just trying to get the basement organized. But my mom is going to give me some morning glory seeds, so I was going to set that up, secure it to the fence, and then plant some morning glories and probably put a little bit better dirt right here because it's really rocky soil. So just kind of pile some stuff on and maybe put like a few bricks around it or some sticks around it stacked up to kind of contain it. As you'll see, I find a lot of things. These 2 peonies I found on the curb also last year, and they've been kind of just sitting on my walkway all winter, so I don't know if they're gonna really come back at all, but we'll see. I'm gonna plant them in the ground and we'll see what happens. And then this mirror, this is something I've had. I found it in me and my husband's first place in a closet. It's a really old mirror, so I keep it outside. It's been outside all winter. This is its second time spending a winter outside. But yeah, this little bald spot in front of the mirror is what I call our ancestor garden. On Halloween night, me and my daughter and my friend came out here and kind of dug some random holes in the dirt, in the dirt, and tossed some seeds in them in honor of the ancestors and stuff like that. That was our little Halloween activity. So I don't see anything coming up other than weeds right now, but we'll see what happens with that. I think it was like some African daisies and stuff like that, so we'll see what happens with that. I'm gonna give it some water and maybe put a few rocks or some bricks or something around it. We only rent at this house, so I'm, kind of just throwing some beauty together. This is our stick pile. I'd like to make a wood pile right here, and then right in the middle I was gonna put the fireplace setup. We just bring out the picnic table yesterday. It was really nice, so we had breakfast out here. My daughter was too busy playing in the grass to even touch the breakfast, but my husband and I enjoyed it. So okay, the thing that was already in the yard were tulips. these are some that I replanted because they were just randomly in the grass. I'm going to show you where there's some left. I did a lot of work getting up a lot of weeds. We stay in a cottage. This is our house behind a bigger duplex, so we have a huge yard, and I just went ahead and got up all the leaves. There was a whole lot of trash and glass and leaves, and I picked up the majority of it. So when the landlord comes through, he'll probably like mulch up, you know, the rest of the leaves. But yeah, I collected all the sticks and put them in the pile for fires, and I just been throwing these bags of leaves in the trash can once a week. Okay, so back to what I was about to show you is tulips. There's random tulips coming up in a few places in the yard. Now, I tried to dig up some over here and relocate them, but I only had a small shovel at that point. So I think I kind of broke them off from the bulb. So these are like, these dirt spots are where I dug them up. They were kind of just growing in a line, just scattered in a line. And here goes a few left that I'm going to relocate to this hole. This hole was dug yesterday. I was out here, and then my daughter was inside the house with my husband, and she acted like she needed some milk, so I went in there to feed her, and she's all of a sudden okay. So we never actually made it back out here to garden though yesterday, but we did soak up some sun. So, oh my goodness, are these violets? I think these are some violets. Well, one of my favorites. Tulips are my favorites, but violets are another one of my favorite. They're like really a very influential sign of spring for me. But yes, I think these are some daffodils we planted. We moved here in October. So when we first got here, oh, here goes something trying to pop up. We moved here in October, and when we moved in, I just planted a bunch of stuff that my mom gave me and some random seeds that we already had. I really need to get some markers. So I was gonna relocate the tulips into this hole. Those are some daffodils right there. And then yesterday I just planted some tulips. You see the little right there? That I had in like a small container from last Easter. So those were just sitting on some basement steps over the winter time, and I just got them out. These are some tulips we planted when we first got here. Look, a popsicle stick. I might use that as the marker for the tulips. But yeah, tulips. What's up, baby? I don't want you to get in the grass. She wants to get in the grass, but I don't want her crawling in the grass while I'm trying to record, so she's not eating any sticks. So these are some tiger lilies that were already here when we moved in. I cleaned a whole lot of leaves out of this bed, so now they're really coming up. So that's nice. I'm wondering, like, who planted the tulips? How long have they been there? Have they always been there? I don't know. But yeah, tulips are my favorite. Oh, and then here's some more tulips that we planted. I believe these are purple tulips. This is like a fountain thing that my dad gave me, and I kind of repurposed it into a planter. So one day like a couple years ago, I was working with my dad, and he installs doors. And we were in a yard, and I kind of just snapped a piece of somebody's grapevine from by their fence. Like I guess I got a really good meaty stick part, and I stuck it in the dirt in here. And for the past few years, I've had a mini grapevine with the most beautiful, cutest little leaves. So hopefully that comes back again. So you see in here some of these dead leaves. This was a little disaster. I was just trying to help, and I probably caused more harm. But this is like the first attempt of relocating some of the tulips that were scattered in the grass, and this is not deep enough for them. So I tried to plant them, and the squirrels just tore them up anyways. So I successfully relocated a few right here, right by this drain pipe next to the porch. So this is our fire pit. I would like to move it around the corner into the other part of the yard. And this is another wood pile. This board right here I was thinking about using it to make a raised vegetable garden bed. So we'll see. And then I was also thinking about like doing some type of focal point in this corner too. Something tall and then like kind of descending in height from there. And then, and then move these logs into the wood pile. I'd like to have a fire, but all our wood is probably soaked because it's just been getting snowed on all winter. We moved in, like I said, in October, so it was right before winter, and we were more worried about getting the inside of our home in order than really getting the outside. So we'll get it together. But I'm used to having a lot larger fire pit, but when we moved, it got kind of broken because it was old. So my dad just gave us this one. I don't know where he got it from. He probably picked it up from the trash. Just like the fountain, which is beautiful to me. So yeah, we'll see how that works out for us. And then right here along the front of the porch, in a line right along there, I planted some morning glory. So those should come up pretty nicely and, kind of trellis up the porch, or however you say that. I was thinking about putting like a flower bed right here, but we'll see what happens. So this is kind of like a backed up view. Our cute little cottage. Look at our cute little cottage. I love it so much. We're the first ones to live in this cottage since it's been completely remodeled, so it's pretty nice inside and out. It's really windy today, so our chairs blew over. You like my cute little watering can? Got from Goodwill. I love Goodwill. I planted some marigold seeds in there, and they were something that I got from some old marigolds. I had a planter box that I built from pallet wood. I'll show a picture of that pallet wood, and I grew a lot of marigolds in there for like 2 years in a row. But when we moved out, it wasn't worth trying to save, so we just junked it. But yeah, I got a lot of seeds left over. This was a beautiful little moss garden, but the squirrels just can't leave stuff alone. But this big rock is something I found in a forest. I don't know if you can really see it good, but there are some beautiful orange crystals on this rock, and it came with some nice moss. Moss is another one of my favorite plants. So yeah, and then I had moss all in the dirt part, but the squirrels just turned it all over and did some crazy stuff. So we'll see. I might collect some on a river walk or something again this spring and put it in there. Add a few other things. But this is, I put some of the marigold seeds. I need to add a little bit more dirt on top. You see how lazy I am? This is a nice big plastic pot, which is actually really pretty. I put some marigold seeds in there, so that should be nice. Some antlers we found. A random pile. This is where some tomatoes were growing, so I'm gonna get that crap out of there and put, a fresh tomato start. So right here, what did I put right here? I really need to start labeling things. I don't even know what's in there. This, probably some old stuff. Sometimes I collect weeds if I like how they look. So this is, I planted some seeds I got from eBay. I believe they're red roses, like a mini rose bush. So I kind of just filled it up, and then I'll separate the plants as they grow. This was, I never know really how to pronounce it, but I just say hyacinth. So this is one that I had from last spring too, and I planted it in there. But okay, so it was in my mom's basement on her steps for a while we were kind of transitioning and moving, and it was in like the really small, cute container with like the plastic around it, the purple plastic around it, like for spring, and it was growing on her basement steps. So I think since it didn't really have that much sunlight or water or room to grow, the plants got really, really long with like a really small bloom at the end, and they just look very abnormal. I didn't have any scissors before I put this right in the dirt, right on hand. So I kind of just ripped that extra weird half dead growth off and put it in the dirt and watered it. So maybe it'll come back this year, maybe it won't, who knows. This right here is a piece of celery that, what's up, baby? She's getting impatient. She wants to crawl in the grass. What do you see? Yeah, this is like part of a celery stalk. I cut all the celery off for cooking, and then I just put the little butt part that's left over. It was on our back hallway steps, and it wasn't getting that much light, so it wasn't really doing much. But I put this out here like a few days ago, and look, it's taken off already. So excited about that, growing our own celery. So this is a bald spot right here where I moved some tulips from, and I'm gonna move the rest of these in a little bit and move them on over. Actually, I don't know. I was about to say I'll move them over here, but I already put these right here. And then when I planted the mini rose bush seeds, I kind of just split the pack in half, and I put the other ones in here. This is a pot where the bottom of it is broken off. I got it from somebody gave it to me from their yard, and they were gonna throw it away, and I'm like, you know what, I'll take it. So I thought it'd make a cute little planter. So the little rose bush seeds are in there. Yeah, so then this is the tulips that I relocated. Also, I was thinking about making the raised vegetable garden bed. You see this part where it's kind of a bald spot a little bit? So I was thinking about setting up right here, like the long way, maybe like 1 or 2 raised garden beds, and grow us some vegetables. That'd be nice. Yeah, so that's what we have going on so far. We got a nice tree in the corner right there, nice tree over there. Yeah, so that's what we have so far. I've put in a lot of work on this yard already, and it doesn't look like much, but it'll be nice. Oh, one other thing I did so far was I put sunflowers seeds right here. So I had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I planted like 9 seeds right here. So they should come up. Our back door is right there, and you know, they'll peek over, like over this fence is where we pull up our car. So they should, you know, peek over the fence if they get to be that tall. That'll be a nice little touch. So, yep, that's what we have so far, and we will be recording a lot and showing off the progress. You want to say see you later? Say see you later. Bye. Thanks for watching.